in the under 48 kilo category, which is what we're going to see now. The contest is between Victoria POTAPOVA of Russia, and they haven't quite yet turned that scoreboard round for us to see who it is that she's going to face. I'll just look over there, and that's the Brazilian. That's Carla Ferreira Cardoso, and so it is on the scoreboard now. Okay, so that's the contest down on mat number 1, and this is the first of the bronze medal matches. It looks as though they're planning to run bronze medal matches at the same time. I always like the idea of a medal match going one at a time, but it looks as though we're going to get both bronze medal matches going at the same time. Okay. So, on mat number 1, there is Carla Ferreira Cardoso of Brazil in the blue judogi.
In the women's under 48 kilos. On mat 2 in the white judogi. Representing the People's Republic of China,
from Russia is Victoria
and in the blue judogi, representing Ukraine, Yulia Halinska. And on mat 1, in the white judogi, representing the Russian Federation, Victoria POTAPOVA. And in the blue judogi, representing Brazil, Carla Ferreira Cardoso.
And then on mat 2, we've got Huang Xiaoli of China, and she faces Yulia Halinska of the Ukraine. And those are the bronze medal matches. Victoria POTAPOVA of Russia in the white judogi, and Carla Ferreira in blue. The contest between Huang and Halinska is underway, but with only a couple of seconds gone. Oh, and there has been a score. Just as I was about to say, there's no score. Halinska throws Huang. What a turn up for the book that is. 4:48 is still left on the clock. 12 seconds it took for Halinska to throw Huang with Marotti Seonagi for Ippon. That's a bit of a surprise. Huang had thrown everybody earlier on. And Halinska it is who comes up with the winning score within 12 seconds and a bronze medal for Yulia Halinska. POTAPOVA is working away on the ground. She's actually grown as the competition has gone on. She's done a lot more and looked a lot better as the day has gone on. I say the day has gone on, it's already 25 to 6 here, so backing on for early evening, and by the time the finals get done, it will be. Halinska walks off bronze medal winner at the Paralympics. Congratulations to her, and a spirited effort there from Huang. Well, we've still got another bronze medal to settle in the under 48 kilos, and that's the contest that we're watching now. Victoria POTAPOVA of Russia and Carla Ferreira. Settle back and watch this without the distraction of a second mat. Minute gone, no score yet. POTAPOVA a little bit shorter than her Brazilian opponent, who just drops under her and attempts that Marotti Seonagi, but POTAPOVA moves to her right and avoids getting caught. And now gives the semblance of a bit of work on the ground, but doesn't come up with anything. The referee calls mate and stands them back up. Gary Berliner is the referee in the middle. I found out this morning that he speaks German. I suppose you could expect that with a surname like Berlin, or Berliner anyway. 3.5 minutes to go. No score as yet. Potapova bent over defensively a little bit. Better off standing up. Better for her attacks. Better for her attacks if she was in a position to launch them properly rather than starting from that bent over position. Ferreira and Potapova then brought back to the middle of the mat where they take a grip. About to get underway again. Berliner calls Jimmy. They both swap Ashiwaza. Nothing very serious though, and then an attempted Tomoe-nage from the Russian, left-sided, but doesn't come up with a score. 3:13 left to go. And Ferreira picks up a passivity warning, and not only is she does the crowd get to see that from the referee, but Ferreira's outstretched right hand can make contact with the referee, who circles his own hands, and by that means he's able to communicate the passivity warning to Ferreira. Just over 3 minutes to go. The referee stands them up again, brings them back to the middle. Just make sure that they are close enough and that the grip isn't too strong and too tense, and then calls Hajime, and they get back underway. Again, the little foot taps, not meaningful or really threatening to get things underway. And Ferreira attempts another Seoinage, this time weak and blocked by Potapova. And there's no chance of a score there. 2.5 minutes, just over 2.5 minutes left to go. Gary Berliner calls Mate, and he stands the pair back up. And we'll get them in the middle, starting again. Immediate attack by Potapova, and she picks up Yuko with that, almost like launching a surprise attack. She threw that one in there very quickly as soon as they got notice of the Hajime from the referee. Potapova was in there with that attack. Just only Brusig really has upset Potapova today. She's looked pretty good in the fights after, but Brusig must be a tough customer, because she fairly steamrolled the Russian early on. Since then, Victoria Potapova has come back and looked pretty good. She's attempting the shimiwaza there, but Ferreira's got that pretty well defended. And the referee stands them back up, and then gets them to tidy up their judogi. Halinska already the winner of the second of the bronze medals. This was the first match to get underway, but how we're going to refer to them. Anyway, Halinska of the Ukraine has taken one of the bronze medals available. The second is still being fought for here, and it's the Russian Victoria Potapova who leads here with 1:53 left to go. One yellow card against Ferreira's name. She's got to be a little bit careful that she doesn't fall even further behind if she commits another error. Potapova missed the chance for some Ashiwaza there. It's a better attack from Ferreira, but she's still a little bit loose on the top and can't come up with a score. She managed to get the attack in, but didn't end up troubling Potapova. Stands them back up, brings them to the middle, and we'll get them underway in a moment. Just making sure that they're all well placed. Or he calls the shimmy. Thought about the Tomoe-nage for a moment, did the Russian, but then decided against it. Both fighters circling and attempting some Ashiwaza, and then Potapova coming up with another attempted shoulder throw, or Seoinagi. That doesn't score. She rolls her opponent over onto her back, and her right leg is trapped at the moment, and for the time being, for as long as that remains trapped, the referee won't call Hosaikomi. And in an attempt to get that free, she has to use her hands. The minute warning goes. Still can't get the leg free, so there'll be no Hosaikomi, and the referee calls mate and stands them back up. 52 seconds left to go. Rather nervous looking Brazilian coach giving out some instructions to FERREIRA. They're underway again. They pretty much in the middle of the mat, just moving over to the left side if anything, and now the left lower corner as Potapova attempts that drop Seoinagi. Doesn't come off. And then FERREIRA comes back with her own right-sided hip technique attempt. .30 seconds left. Tidy their geese up. Now the referee brings them closer together in preparation for the hajime and the last 30 seconds of the contest. That gets underway now. The Russians still leading just by that one yuko. Is that going to be enough? FERREIRA really needs to go now. Very little time. Another attempt from Potapova, but that wasn't a very strong one. Gets away with it, not classed as a drop. A little over 10 seconds now. Potapova almost there. Just needs to avoid being thrown, and she's going to take this. FERREIRA with one last attack, that was it. And time's going to run out here. There's only 1 second left on the clock. I just get the feeling every time that I see FERREIRA that she's given everything. Attempts one last time for Seoinagi, but it doesn't come off. And it's Victoria Potapova of Russia who wins that bronze medal.
Representing the Russian Federation, Victoria Potapova.
That was the yuko score. As Gary Berliner, the referee, took evasive action. Happy Russian coach. And the coach is crying. I told you we'd see some tears.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we move directly on to our next two bronze medal contests.
The cameras are not trained on me.
For the men's under 60 kilos. I'm sure you will welcome our fighters to the mats.
She wants to do a handstand. That was her celebration. That was her celebration. I wondered why it was that she wanted to break away, not only from the referee, but also her coach. She said, let me go, let me go. And then she went off and did a handstand. That was her celebration. Okay.